one of our Phoenix models. So thank you for joining me.
Of course, this is really cool being on the other side.
Yeah, on the other side. But before we get started with our guests, tell the people what you got on, please.
I am wearing Tracy Thomas tonight.
Yes.
She styled me, and this is absolutely gorgeous, so comfortable.
Yeah, you look great.
You have to get this.
Yeah, you look great, and I'm
you.
very, very casual tonight. You can find this look at Saks, but I'm just saying, very casual. But you know, thank you. You look great. Thank you for rocking and supporting us for sure. So,
Of course.
when we come back, we'll get into our first guest, and a lot of you already know him. One of my favorite people to watch, and you'll see why when we come back. We'll be right back.
Right back.
All right, all clear. Yeah, how long was that say you were supposed to be?
I thought that was just the intro, right? You wanted it
3
longer?
minutes.
That was quick.
You wanted longer than that?
Well, I just didn't know. I was like, oh, you're going to break already.
Oh, I thought you wanted it quick so we can get through them.
Oh.
No?
Yeah, because we got 4 today.
Well, whatever
No,
you
we're
want.
good.
If you want me to, I can always talk about
I'll
this intro.
because I didn't work with you with the entire format clock yet, so
Okay.
no biggie. We'll get
Is
to
it going to
that.
be weird once you... but
So
it'll be
my
okay?
question is, for continuity,
Mm-hmm.
should we have you here and your guest there?
I'm okay with that.
Yeah, let me see.
Because I'll
Okay
just
with
sit
that.
here and then...
Because it almost feels like you're the co-host, and now you're centered around their conversation.
Yeah.
So it doesn't look like, well,
Right.
she's out of it.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
she's
Right.
not
I got
part
it.
of it.
No, that's smart.
All
Okay.
right, let me see, Eric. Let me see. Oh, shoot. I gotta get in a spot going.
Was I in the way? I'm sorry.
He was kind of in the way. Now I'm Ooh, I need a dual screen. That's what I need.
Okay, so we're gonna have a guest here, right?
And we're not live, right? We're just... Because you'll edit? Are we, or what are we?
I think that camera's still.
Oh, you know what I could do is, that picture. Can I put the picture up?
No, of him?
Oh, you know what I need? I know what I need to get next time. Cause yeah, we're still rolling, but it's no big deal because they can't hear you. So yeah, you want to go ahead and
Yeah, so we can
Take
put
your-
the picture up last, but we can tell them that...
because I could say like we're in
Yeah.
break because we can do that, and I can like make a picture with your logo.
Nervous.
Don't be
Don't be
nervous.
nervous.
Okay, we got 1 minute left in this break.
Okay.
You got
Always
I want to move the
does.
bug
Oh.
down. Do you think I should move that bug down to here
Never said
or
when I walked the
here?
runway. And
This
is blocking her head. I don't like
much
that.
more
Yeah, I agree.
You sitting still and answer questions. So
Stick it
But
there.
it's stuff that you already know.
yeah.
Yeah.
but it's-
You'll get into it, don't worry.
Okay, this is all working right. I just got to get
Can I put my,
the rest of this right.
can I go here? Is that okay? You're okay with that?
What's that?
If I go here?
Yeah, that should be fine. 'Cause I don't think I can. I mean, I can see it, but I don't think it's bad. You want to go 12 to 15? About 15 minutes?
It's up to you guys.
Okay.
Uh,
And so if I run, yeah, we can.
Okay. 10 seconds, by the way. It's 35 now. We'll go to about 46. That's 10 minutes.
Okay.
48 to 50. We'll go to 50.
We'll give you the mid-mark, 5
Okay.
minutes.
Alrighty.
All right. Stand by. Intro rejoin is on now. You are on in 3, 2, 1.
All right, thanks for joining us again. And we have an incredible guest, one of my favorite models, Bokar. So, and I, before we even get started with you, I just have to tell you, just being, a professional industry and being in the industry as long as I have, you are probably one of my favorite male models. I tell you, and I watch, and when we've talked about it before, Julian, I watch the way that people move and how they work, and the shows that they do, the shows they pick and choose to do. And you are one of those ones that, you kind of decide what you want to do and when you want to do it. So I respect that. And I'm like, okay, it's never wrapped up in any mess. always carries yourself. Anytime I see you, I can be at any random fashion show and I see you and you're always carrying yourself in a positive light. So kudos to you and much respect, because I mean that goes a long way in my book. So I had the pleasure of meeting him for our first on Central runway, and I heard about him, and then when he came to cast, I'm like, oh, this guy, you know,
That's it.
yeah, you know, and not only can he walk, but just going through, you know, the social media and seeing everything that you were doing, and it was all just where it was supposed to be. I didn't see anything like, oh, you know, that made me second guess, but it was always things that were very positive. So thank you for that.
No, thank you. That's really nice.
Very professional.
Yeah.
Wonderful personality.
Yeah.
Yes.
Thank
So tell us, so this is our segment of Exposed, and during Exposed we kind of, you know, showcase, you know, our Arizona talent. So you're a model, and how long have you been modeling?
Now you can say 3 years now, so it's like 2015.
Okay.
When I basically started, but 2016 officially, you can say that.
So in Arizona, is that where you started?
Yeah,
from?
Arizona,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay, and I'm not sure, are you signed with the agency already?
I was, but that ended and I didn't re-sign with them.
So you're doing a lot to be free agent, right?
Yeah, I'm doing right. I, go out to do more, I don't want to sit around and wait for things to come to
Yeah.
me, so I just go ahead and go get it.
Mm-hmm, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, so like, how did you get started?
Well, my ultimate goal is to be, acting in films, do films and stuff like that.
Okay.
So I don't want to be starving actor or something like that. So I'm using, you could say, modeling to get into, network my way to meeting these, actors,
Yeah.
producers, and directors. So there's some few people already done it, such as I think Idris Elba did this way.
Yes.
That guy that never backed down won, and Gladiator.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
You know what I'm talking about, the black dude?
Yes.
From Africa. So they took that route as in modeling and then, switching over to acting. I'm assuming that's what their main goal was.
Mhm.
So that's my goal in general, just acting,
Now, are you from Arizona? Or
No, I'm from Senegal, West Africa.
see, I had no idea. I did not know that.
Yeah.
That is so awesome. And how long you been here?
18 years now.
18?
Yeah, came here like around end of 99, 2000.
So can I ask you like what your thought is on like the fashion and the film scene here? What do you think?
The film scene is, it's okay. Because I know, there's good fake casting. She cast anything come through here in Arizona. Shanice Malika, she's doing a great job filming her own stuff,
Okay.
independent, and doing this some other people. So it's a very small scene. As in fashion, I say Arizona's picking up now
Mhm.
and doing that. On Central, Phoenix Fashion Week, a few others,
Yeah.
So it's, you can say, picking up now, because most people would now be like, oh, Arizona have fashion. Most people's not gonna pick that up. Everybody's gonna say LA or New York and do something like that. So I say.
Okay, so I see people, they call on you a lot, to model. Like, how do they, how is that? Like, how did you get to do the things that you're doing? I mean, if I'm a, especially with male, minority model, you're doing a whole lot, you know what I mean? So how did you get to this point?
Just 2016, you said networking. I've been going to some of these fashion shows, going to events, meeting people, and then talking to people, and socializing. That's more talking, more socializing, and you get introduced to these people, and then they recommend me and doing the stuff. They see some of my work and then recommend me, or that's the same thing goes into the acting stuff. They see most of my work, I got it from through relationships or something like that, because somebody think I'm good for that job or do something like that. So then I go out there and they say like me or something like that. Yeah.
And you were a participant in Phoenix Fashion Week?
Did I walk in Phoenix Fashion?
Yeah.
This year I did the polo
Okay.
polo party when I walked for them in the polo thing. But before that, I never done. I auditioned, but they have my video in the walk-in, but they didn't. First time I didn't know it was Phoenix Fashion Week, and I didn't bring my headshot. So that was a spring in the style. I didn't, be one of the models. So I never done Phoenix Fashion Week.
Okay, well, that's good. I mean, not, I mean, it's, No, that's good for me because you know I love you. So, but I know that you do, you know, a whole lot. So that's why I asked. And I don't know, and I know I see you on a lot of the red carpets here in town. So you know that's why I was curious.
The red carpet is like friends that are in there. Like just like I know some friends that in the stuff, and then I go out and
You
support.
got a following. You definitely have a following for
fans.
sure.
A little
Yeah,
bit.
he has fans.
No, see, I don't know. You never, I don't know who's. Of course, there's somebody looking that you never know that's they're supporting you and stuff like that. But people don't come up to me like, oh yeah, I like your stuff. You know, you say that, and some people, but not everybody, come up and say, oh man, I like you in this show or something like that. So. I don't
So one of the things that I think is important, we talked about this during your interview, is the the content on social media. And is there any advice that you can give, aspiring models? Because when I look at your page, everything is just crisp and clean. There's, if I'm hiring for a model, the first thing that I do, the first thing that I ask for is your social media handles. So when I go to social media handles, and if I see, you can see, craziness, then I just bypass. Doesn't matter how much I love your look. If I think that you can't represent my brand, then I just don't go for it. But how did you know that? Like, so when I look at your page, everything is just right where it's supposed to be.
Well, it's a couple of things. I got my little sisters following me.
Yeah, that's
I don't put that.
important.
But at the same time, I'm not.
Snitch on you.
Well, see, I wouldn't get in trouble, but it's a respect thing.
Yes.
But I'm not gonna put, I'm about positivity, so I'm not gonna put anything I'm not, I'm not about or do something like that. So I'm not gonna go out there and be like this, such and such or something like that. If I have a problem with somebody, I'll tell them in person. Then more so just
Right.
go on social media and post it or something like that. So it's just that I don't want no negativity. So I'm not trying to post nothing negative or some ratchet or something like that.
Right.
That's not who I am. So that's why you wouldn't see one time posting is something, it's something that's positive or something like that. That's why I post quotes. People do say, oh, you posting positive, quotes and stuff like that. So that's the only thing you're gonna see from me that's motivating
Nice.
and do something like that. So I'm not posting nothing negative. So that's probably why you'll see, nothing but good things.
Good
you can say,
things. So any advice you can give to up and coming male models?
I'm sorry.
You're fine.
Don't wait. Like, don't wait for stuff to come, like, some people gonna hand you something like that. Most of the relationship I built because I went out and I used to ask questions and be like, hey, can you help me out and do something like that? Some of these people don't even get to help me out. So, and don't be afraid to invest in yourself, like paying for a photo shoot or
Exactly.
what's it called, pay for, I don't know, some clothes, paying for a photo shoot, paying for something like that to invest. Because the first photo shoot I did, I paid for it. I paid Brandon. I don't know you, Brandon, with the Brandon Hutton.
Mm-hmm.
I paid for the photographer, and I did. It's the pink blazer, and I'm in the Sahara Desert, and he chose the location, and he chose the clothing brand, and I didn't know nothing about that. He's like, let's go over here and shoot. This is a great location. So it's perfect. The color he chose. In the perfect location, and it was worth my money and my time because some of those photos got me a lot of things.
Exactly, because and if you look at this page, it's like, it really is together, and it's just what it's supposed to be. But can you tell, our people how to find you?
On Instagram, it's Bocar the Great, BOCAR.
And he said he doesn't have fans. Bocar the Great.
How to find some handler. Bocar the Great, BOCARTHEGREAT. I must misspell that. That's Instagram. On Facebook, Bocar Gueye, BOCARGUEYE. On Snapchat is the Great, I think. Hey, you gotta speak it in existence.
Yeah, right. Right.
So you can find me on those 3 social media sites there. Mostly Instagram, most active on Instagram and Facebook.
So before we let you go, what's going to ask him? It just slipped my mind like I'm thinking. Oh, projects. Any projects you have coming up? I know one for sure, but
Yes, Central.
yes.
March
16th, March 16th. Yes. And
Last minute thing this Sunday with designer Mello. Her Instagram name is Mello. It's Mello something.
I think I know.
Yeah. So that's between that and some cancer. Her clothing brand is Swear Off Cancer, so like that.
Okay.
And she's doing something for her first, like I think, official launch in January. So
you're busy.
Seeing those three things.
Okay.
That's
Well, we are definitely looking forward to seeing you walk that runway in the couture and avant-garde during my baby on Central Show. So, yeah, thank you for joining us. This is awesome.
No, thank you.
We
You said some
appreciate
really
your
great
work.
things tonight.
Mhm.
You know, positivity, being a self-starter, speaking it into existence,
Yes.
going for it. You made a lot of good points tonight, and we look forward to supporting you in all your projects.
Definitely.
Thank you.
All right. Well, thank you. We will be right back.
All right, all clear.
Okay,
Good
that was
Good
a-
job.
Good job.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, no problem.
Really good.
Very nice.
Well
Well done. Well
Thank
done.
you.
Well done, Byron.
Great segment.
My man.
Good job.
Okay, who's our next?
So next we are going with Miss Heather back there combing her hair.
Is it Heather?
Yes.
Heather.
You gotta get ready.
Your locks.
I hope you don't mind. I'm just gonna grab my things from
Oh,
behind.
yeah.
Heather, you're next.
What
What is
Boo.
that?
You can take your drink. The girls have
Yeah,
drinks.
you can take your drink.
Tracy, you better interview.
Right, did that.
Love it.
Because I didn't want to interject. I'm like,
No, you better get on in there. I'm like,
Yeah, I was trying.
Yeah,
What I was
I'm
trying to do was
like-
pass it to her.
All right,
It
one
wasn't
minute.
giving me that.
1 minute.
Oh, isn't this
How
fine?
we looking here?
Isn't this
Because you was
fine?
on a roll.
You
I'm
look
like, okay, I'll
cute.
just
Thank you.
co-sign. That's
It's really bright.
Can I?
We're gonna make you
can I
pro.
take-
No.
No.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
So no Barbies, no toys.
Can you see my bags
some
over
of
here? Just
the other
okay.
thing?
You hear me? No,
Hey,
no
Tracy.
Barbies. Yes.
Move up just like maybe a half an inch. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then Jillian,
Yes.
a little more over
Yeah, we need
Yeah,
to
yeah.
your right.
Yeah, yeah,
Right
Jillian.
here?
Hold on, no.
Snuggle up, Jillian.
Oh, you doing that time?
Yeah.
Jillian, you're great there.
Last
Let
minute.
me come up some.
Trying to think. If you stay kind of like that, even if every now and again you lean in, but you'll be fine.
Okay.
All right, I
This
think we're
microphone needs to come out in front of you.
You're good?
yeah, 10 seconds. Stand by.
Can you press the little button, the little red one, please? Thank you.
All right, here we go. We're coming out in 3, 2, 1.
Hi, everybody. Welcome back. And we have our next guest, which is Heather Monroe. One of my favorite people. One of my favorite people.
Oh, you say that to all your guests.
No, I do not. You know what? It's so crazy because I do know Heather on a personal level, but to know her is to love her.
Aw.
I mean, I'm telling you, I can have one of the worst days. Okay, not only that she's my neighbor, but you know, we've done projects together. But the thing is, like, I can have the worst day ever.
You have the
And-
worst day,
and-
pretending not to see me. Oh God, don't make me talk. Don't make me talk to Heather. Hi,
No.
Tracy.
And she's so funny. She is so funny. She just makes me laugh, and you know, your energy is just amazing, and just a really good person.
Well, I'm very fortunate that I get to know you.
See, and the thing is with Heather, Heather is an instructional designer, which a lot of people don't know what that means. And I actually had
I'm
thought
still
about
not
that.
sure. I had to Google it earlier.
So silly. But she has a really great career doing this, which, you know, and she's creative. So she actually takes, you know, our woven segment, you know, to another level. So can you explain to us exactly what instructional designer does?
Sure. So thank you, Tracy, and thank you, Jillian. This is a lot
Always
of
a
fun.
pleasure.
A lot of fun to be here. So, an instructional designer, really, I'm a writer. A writer who can write for different styles, but it's basically it's training. So if you've ever been on a course or workshop, if you've ever taken e-learning, online instructional programs. If you've ever, read a textbook, or
Nope.
the when you get some new appliance and you have to open, and you get the manual.
Yes.
And sometimes they're written really well, and sometimes you electrocute yourself. So that's kind of what an instructional designer does. So it thinks about taking content, thinking about how people learn, the content that people are learning from, and translating it and communicating it in a way that people will be able to receive it and learn and build skills from.
And which is a great career. It really is. I actually know a couple, and you both.
Oh, you mean another instructional
I
designer?
do. and you both are like soaring, in great positions and great companies. So, so that you have a creative side to you. That's really intense, but you are very, very creative. So tell us about that.
So I always like to think of it as creativity in the box. There's always parameters. You're building something for a specific audience, or you're building something for a certain medium. So you kind of have to, you have to be creative, but within the guidelines of what you're building. And so sometimes that can actually be, require, more creativity, or to think inside the box,
Right.
to to achieve your objectives when you're so limited. So it really is driven by the medium and the audience and what you're trying to achieve and the objectives and how much time you have.
So on another note, and wrapping all that into one, I recently found out that you are really good with animation. So she has this structural thing going, but the animation and that's just so fun and and creative. And I'm looking at it like, oh my God, how did you do this?
I love it. I absolutely. And this is something that I've just discovered within the last few years.
Oh, really?
This isn't related. It's part of the career evolution, but there's so many tools out there. There's so many software programs that are just really easy to learn. And so I've got the writing, so the scripts, and again the objectives, knowing that you need to make some learning fun and interesting and engaging. The animation is a great fit.
Oh my God.
Because it's super fun. So I can combine comedy writing and make my little characters, and it's been pretty well received. And I have to say, I just love doing it. It's a lot of fun.
The crazy thing is, and she surprised me, and I'm like, I opened my inbox, and I'm like, what is this? And there was a little animated Tracy.
A little Tracy.
And I'm like, oh my God, I love her.
I want to
So
see.
and it's so cool. But just to know that it's just that's there.
I know we're
you
gonna
can
make
do
an animated Jillian now.
Please
You guys
do.
can have
Oh my
your
gosh.
every
I used to
radio.
love the Sims game.
Oh, yeah.
And is that
Right.
essentially what it is? Like how defined it is, or is it more like a
better than
better
that.
than okay?
It is.
It's more like the cartoons like when you're a kid.
Yeah, so
Okay.
it's just fun and
Yeah.
it makes you want to watch, you know what I mean? It's just exciting and just, I had no idea that she did it, so it was like, when I saw my little self in this little thing with this big curly hair, and of course my husband's like, you don't want your hair that curly, you know?
Yeah, he was good enough to give us some constructive feedback there.
So is that something that, like, as you progress through your career in the writing side, that they just say, hey, by the way, we offer, this workshop to learn how to do animation?
So
or did
self-taught.
Wow.
Yeah, it was just,
Okay.
I came across software and it's just something that I took on.
Wow.
And I like I said, I just love it. It's a lot of fun. If I could just sit around and build cartoons all day.
Hey, you never know. You
Yeah, you
may
never
be
know.
getting a lot of calls now. Seriously. So is that something that you would consider doing,
Just
for others, or?
I would love to do it, and we're going to work on
Yes,
some
we are working.
events, and so
Yes.
that's going to be a lot of fun. I do love it, but the what I also love about my career is that I can write for so many different styles. Sometimes I'm writing, for like a textbook, like a manual, and telling that story. Other times it's writing for the web, and it's got to be really punchy and concise. And other times it's, writing for the classroom,
Right.
writing so that someone else can deliver the training. And so there's a lot of different styles
Okay.
So do you do like press release and things
I-
like that too?
Press release. So I, I have in
Okay.
previous lives.
Okay.
I did some journalism and some press releases. In my current career, they have proper marketing marketing people to do
That's
that.
so
Yeah.
funny. So if anybody watching wanted you to do animation or writing for them, is there like a personal email you could share or anything you could share with them, or you want them to find through?
Yeah, well,
our
yeah.
site, or-
If anybody is interested, then by all means, they should can be directed towards you.
Yeah, so look for me,
Mhm.
and or inbox me, and I will definitely get you the information over, over to Heather so she can. I'm about to be hooked up. I'm just telling you.
Yeah, we have.
Yes.
Yeah, get in the queue.
I-
Tracy's first.
Yes, but before we leave Heather, I just have to say one of the fun things about her, because she's so funny, and right now it's a little more serious, but she's funny, trust me.
Yeah.
But she is going to be one of our hosts for the On Central show. So, like, I'm so excited about that, and I think it's going to bring great energy. and
It's gonna be a
laughter.
blast. Oh my God,
Yes.
we're gonna have such a great time.
Yeah. So, like, any thoughts on that? I know you got to see it last year, but like, we were thinking, and actually, it was my husband's idea. He's like, Heather's really funny, and she's so good with people.
I've been slipping him $20.
Like, we have to get her to do it. I'm like, I'm gonna ask her,
Mhm.
and it just kind of worked out. So I'm really looking forward to that. That's gonna be a fun part of the show.
I think it's going to be great. I think, this industry is for me, it's always seemed so very formal and
Yeah.
stiff, and it's always felt like an industry where I don't belong.
Mhm.
It's
Oh,
for other
you're
people,
there.
but not me.
Oh.
And so if we're, if I can bring a more informal, relaxed attitude and just make it fun and
Yeah.
break the ice,
Yeah.
I think we'll have a blast.
Okay. Well, Heather, thank you so much for joining us. It was so fun.
Oh, thank you,
And I love
Casey.
you.
Thank you,
I
Jilly.
love you.
Oh,
So we will see Heather again soon, but okay, we will be right back.
Thank you.
All right, all clear.
Fabulous. Woo! Y'all killed that.
Girl.
Thank
Yeah.
you. It's fun.
Party in the house, party in the house.
Excellent.
Really?
Party in the house.
I know, I was trying. I'm like,
I was trying to hide behind that.
You killed it.
This sign means keep stretching.
wasn't.
Yeah,
Keep
more time
stretching?
left.
You don't know
okay.
KP, huh?
Yeah, I
need you to be careful.
I will be
This is
tagged.
my thing.
I can't
Tagged.
see.
I know. I meant to give it to
Okay.
you before the break, but just
I learned
yeah. Every time you come back in, listen to
Are you sure you made
Via Reality Radio.
I have it
Introduce
right
yourself all the
We're gonna go
time,
get
and
something
then
to
you
eat.
can always punch in
okay.
on Central City Radio if you remember it. But mainly
Yeah,
get your
we're
show
gonna do it.
and your name
Yeah.
and my co-host
Yeah.
here,
Okay.
Jillian.
I got a question in.
Tracy.
You better get in there.
We're
I
gonna
don't
do
wanna
that
get in.
eat
I don't wanna
after.
cut
Are
her
you
off, that's
available?
why I'm like- No, but she.
Yes,
has
you
a
are. Yes, you are. Don't try it.
1 minute.
Take it back.
1 minute.
Who's next?
It's you.
Me?
Katie.
I gotta go to the bathroom.
See that?
Can I have my drink?
Yes.
Yes, absolutely. Set it there.
Is this one a full 12-minute session?
12 minutes.
Yeah, we should be. We can get
Do you
it.
want to
Okay, and then
Well,
Oh, we definitely
Oh,
gonna get
can
it.
I
yeah.
drink on camera?
Yes. Of course you can.
Okay.
You did?
Remember Jesus Christ.
I love it.
Gotcha.
Cheers.
I'll never forget that now, man. I got you. 30 seconds. 30
How am I,
seconds.
Heather? I need to snatch up. I need
That's
to...
right, because you're the one with the picture that we put on. the
Thank
thing.
you.
Oh, you're showing.
Oh.
Would you rather would you rather be
I would love
buttoned?
it too.
Would you rather be buttoned?
Adonis.
You want me
You want to be buttoned or no?
Should I not? Because I'm having a wardrobe
Your
malfunction.
clothes is fine, because we got you on screen. So.
I think you should.
Yeah,
This is
there you
weird.
go.
This is
That looks
better.
more.
All right, 10 seconds. Stand by.
Everybody-
Yeah.
Stand by. We're coming down and, well, hang on. I jumped the gun. Hang on. All right. We are coming down in 3,
Happy.
2,
Come on. Energy.
1.
All right, we are back with the Industry Reality Radio on, I'm going to say on Central. On Central Radio.
Central.
Central City Radio. Sorry, it's live. Anyway, but no, it gets so confusing because we are on Central, then we got, Central City Radio, but this is our station, so just stay tuned. This is another one of my favorites here. Now, KP is, we recently met. He is going to be our contrast, okay? Because he is actually, well, tell him what you do. What's your title?
So I'm chief of staff at the Boeing company. I've been with Boeing for 10 years.
You know? Right? Is that not crazy?
But we had a really cool meeting. We met in an elevator.
Yes.
And
that's
we,
nice.
yeah,
Was
it
there
was
elevator music playing?
no music, but the
I felt his,
synergy
yeah,
was
I felt his
awesome.
energy, and he
Mhm.
was dressed. You know, it's, when you
And
see
she was
someone
dressed.
Oh, yeah, you
in,
could've paid
in
attention.
Arizona, you're like,
You know, and
you're
hot
dressed.
car, it was, yeah,
Yeah.
so it was electric.
So I'm like, you know, who are you? What do you do?
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
So, but no, that's how we met. But started talking to him, you know, and chief of staff, like you don't really see that. And I was just so, you know, happy to and proud to know him and know that I have a friend that's chief of staff.
And I was
right?
proud to know
Sounds
you
good,
with
yeah.
your own business and styling the folks of Arizona. I
Well,
was very
thank you.
pleased to meet you as well.
But so the reason why I thought it was important for you to be here, because first of all, you're from DC.
Yes, I am.
So
Proud DC native.
Yes.
Chocolate
Okay.
City.
Yes.
Yes.
So talk to us a little bit about, okay, so what do you see, style DC, style Arizona.
Wow.
We see the way you're dressed right now.
Oh,
you know.
thank you.
And this is every day.
I came
This is
straight up
every
from
day,
work.
every
This
day.
is straight up from work. So this is like 12 hours later.
See?
But thank you guys. It's very different, the DC style versus the West. I call this the West Coast, the Southwest.
Mhm.
You know, here, like, folks are more laid back.
Yeah.
The first thing I noticed that there weren't as many dry cleaners as we have in
We talked
DC.
about
I
this.
was like, where am I gonna get my stuff dry cleaned?
Yes.
But I mean, no, we are more into the business stylings and being more, I think, formal than the West Coast. I used to
Yeah.
always hear when I was on the East Coast that West Coast was more laid back. I
Yeah.
never really knew what that
True.
meant until I
That's
moved
true.
out here.
Mhm.
So people don't dress as formal at work as they do, I think, on the East Coast. And I think it's mostly because we are interfacing with the government, we're
Yeah.
representing the country.
Mhm. True.
So we are typically in suits and ties and pocket squares, that kind of
So
thing.
tell me this. So you've been here about a year.
A year.
So when you transferred here and you walk in and you look like this, what was the response?
Shock, utter shock. Like,
I
who
love
is
it.
this dude right
love
here?
Wow.
But they were welcoming and they were complimentary and like, oh my God, like, where can we go to
Yeah, let
get
me
that
do
kind
that
of
too.
look?
And
So
that's
I
great.
feel like I've had an impact where people want to step up their look
Nice.
in Arizona and
Mhm.
they don't care about the temperatures. Like, it's hot, but like, nah, we might rock a blazer.
Yeah.
And I
We
was
can
just
do.
going to comment on that because
Yeah.
a lot of people feel like because it's so hot, they don't want to be bothered with a suit jacket. But
Yeah.
you show them like you can wear it, you can be comfortable.
For sure.
You
Like,
know?
I mean, one thing I think the climate out here has taught me is how to experience fabrics and material.
Nice.
Like, play
Yeah, it
with
is.
different, you know, and then when it's hot, I'm in linen, I'm in
Oh,
loafers. I mean, I
Exactly.
might not rock the sock. I might go Miami Vice on
So,
you.
so do you understand why he is
See?
contrary? Like I mean, the position that he holds, and then you coming in and talking about the fabrics and the hand, like that is like, I'm loving you right now.
Thank you.
That is
I'm loving
amazing.
you all the
Like,
time.
yeah, that's everything to me.
Yeah, I
So-
mean, but it's fun for me, and for me, with my role, I represent the company internally and externally. So I've got to motivate the employees that are inside of the company, but I also have to be that external front of the company when we're meeting with our stakeholders,
Mhm.
our board of investors, our suppliers,
Mhm.
and so I'm very cognizant of the image that I'm presenting to those folks.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, so outside of work, 'cause I know that that's like really, formal. So outside of work, because you being dressed like this, I know you have a creative side.
I
You
totally
have
have a
to.
creative side.
So tell us what you like to do.
Oh, that's a fun question.
Yeah.
So we just did something really fun at work here. So when I was in DC, Boeing, we're way more conservative. We're in suits all the time. We don't really do holiday things and that kind of thing. But for Halloween here, we did something really fun at the site. We dressed up. So my name is Kapara Simmons, so I'm related to Run DMC. Joseph Simmons is my
Really?
cousin.
Wow.
So I wanted to
Wow.
honor them this Halloween, and I dressed as Run DMC.
No way.
So that was so dope
God.
to like go from
You gotta
this,
send us
I know,
pictures.
to go from this to like rocking gold chains
Oh my
and Kangol
gosh.
hats and glasses and Adidas.
Yeah.
That was so fun to do at work, and everybody was like, "What's going on with
Right.
KP today?" So that was
Yeah.
cool. Yeah.
I didn't know that. That's
For
amazing.
sure. And then I mean, like on the weekends and things, I change up my look all the time.
Mhm.
And I think when you change up your look, it's interesting to see the responses that you get from
Yeah.
your neighbors,
Mhm.
from your customers,
Yeah.
from your colleagues.
True.
I have fun with that because I get a different response when I'm walking my dog Bentley in my
Bentley.
sweatpants and my high tops versus when I'm like in pocket square and,
Yeah.
and full suit.
Okay.
Mhm.
So tell me what you like to do creative wise.
Oh,
outside of dressing.
I think you already know
I do know. I just want you to know. I know it.
I don't know.
You don't know, so I'm gonna let you know. But so no, I really like to sing.
Okay.
I grew up in the church. I was directing the choir, I think, when I was probably like 9 years old.
Mhm.
And my family was just very musical. So we were known in the DC, Northern Virginia area for singing.
Right.
So I really love to sing. I'm not doing anything with it right now because of the time with work, but I would like to tap into that in Arizona.
Okay.
So you might see a showcase coming from me soon.
Perhaps on
Hey.
Central. You were
Yeah,
saying,
for sure on
that's March.
Central. Because I'm actually really impressed with the Arizona and especially the Phoenix music scene.
Yeah.
I recently joined a church here in Phoenix, and Donald Lawrence was doing a music camp at the church that I joined.
Nice.
And he was amazing. And then there's a place on Central called Michael's,
Yeah.
and they have a live band.
Mm-hmm.
They killed it. The vocals were amazing. So I would love
it's a
to.
Open mic.
I know.
Uh-oh.
I'm
Yes.
feeling an open mic coming up soon for
Okay.
me. Yeah.
Okay,
For
no,
sure.
that's awesome. So,
Yeah.
because I actually I got a chance to hear him sing. I actually made him sing.
Oh my goodness.
For
She
me.
made me
Was it
sing.
awkward or was it like?
It was
You
not.
know,
Because I
what?
feel like
And that's how you know people can sing because they'll just get up and it wasn't like, oh, I don't want to. He got up and he's like, so what you want to hear? So it was
What
kinda
genre
like-
do you
yeah.
want today?
So it's
Yeah.
kind of cool, you know. So no, thank you. That is, I look forward to working with you.
Me too,
And
Tracy.
you know,
I'm
seriously,
excited.
like you have to come back around. On I don't know what it is, but you dress. And
You're
you dress every
stuck
day.
with me.
Oh,
I mean,
yes,
we're
you are my
neighbors,
baby,
we're
yes.
friends, so
Yeah.
this is all good. I look forward to what we're gonna do in 2019.
So you will see more of him. You know, at the start of the year, he will be back on the Industry Reality Radio. On I'm going to say it again on Central City Radio. I'm
Just
so
Central,
excited.
because we're
We
on
live
in Central right now, right?
We live on Central.
For
The
sure.
show's on Central. So
Yes.
yeah. So
It's all about Central.
we will be right back with our next guest. We just are so happy to have all of you. But thank you.
Thank you for the
joining us.
invitation and happy
Oh,
holidays, everybody.
Happy holidays.
All right, all clear.
Awesome, thank you. That was fun. That was fun.
Did very well.
Thank
Did very
you.
well. Very
Thank
well.
you.
No,
That's
that's
cool.
good.
Let me finish this drink. With-
Oh my God, you
with-
were so
no,
dynamic and
you
engaging.
were amazing.
We were awesome.
I
That
know.
was really cool.
Yes.
All right, now.
Okay, you
get all up
ready?
to-
Uh-oh.
Come on,
Okay,
Trixie.
where's the phone? I have
Bring
an
it on.
assignment.
Yeah, you do.
Close us out.
Is there a
Okay, what's the direction?
Yeah, so you go, don't remember where the elevator is?
Okay,
I
go
know.
Straight
Can I do
and
this?
then, yeah, you sit there. I'm gonna move over
The
here to
Grand
the corner.
Finale.
He can talk. So he's gonna talk.
Grand finale.
What is how much time do we have left now?
And the break, 2 minutes.
No, I mean as far as like with him.
Oh, no, we're gonna do the full thing, so we can go like 12 minutes.
Okay. So do you want to take that ahead of time and I can walk over and grab it, or how do you want to do it? You want to show some of the new.
Okay, so we
product?
just have to make sure that it's to be able to get on camera.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I think what you should do is, are you gonna feature the product and then talk about the product, or are you gonna talk about you and then say, by the way, I brought some product with me?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's do that off camera, where we'll hand you the product,
Okay.
and then you can talk about the product,
That's
Okay.
smart. That's
All
very
right.
smart.
I like it.
okay? So all this is a build-up to the product,
Yes.
okay? So let's not get that twisted,
All right.
okay? It's a
Okay.
build-up to the product.
All right. Makes sense.
Okay, so how do you wanna preview? Should this be out already?
Yeah, let's zip it and get it out.
Okay. And then the way you want to display it, do you want to do one garment at a time? Or do you want to say, oh, we have 3 garments?
Yeah, we'll one garment at a time.
Okay.
Yeah, well, one we'll just talk about bespoke tuxedos.
1 minute,
for-
1 minute.
for evening wear, and special occasions, and also weddings. And then I go in just your regular traditional wear. We'll talk about the Being Dapper sweater. So that's
so
the,
sweaters last, right?
Yeah.
This is the
And
first
he's the one that
product.
has the images.
The image I was
Okay.
going to ask you. So as far as the images are concerned, how will those fit in there? Is there a cue? Is
I
there
think it really what he's showing. There's 2 pictures, so really, and he can do it.
those and then
Yeah, I mean, you can do it before. It's
You know, he has it.
I like the pictures, so I mean.
okay.
at
I'll just
any
follow the
point-
lead. So if there's a point you can nod over to me for the picture, I'll just have them
This
ready.
is first.
So, all right, 10 seconds. We're going in. Where are my headphones?
Yo, you tell them to take a picture.
Yeah,
All right, here we
5
go.
seconds.
We are coming down in 3, 2, 1. Stand by, everybody.
Welcome back. You are listening to the Industry Reality Radio on Central City Radio. We have a special guest tonight, JC Donaldson, which is another one of my faves. Actually is menswear designer here in the city. Has done wonderful things. I had a chance of meeting JC for the first time. I think we met at the Bella Twins premiere, I think, right? At Scottsdale at
Yeah.
yeah,
we
so
sure
we
did.
made the fashion show.
Yeah.
So
Stepped in and approached you. I heard about you.
yeah,
I
well,
DM'd you.
well, that's
I
great.
didn't get a response. I was
Yeah,
like, she's a
no.
busy lady.
No, I wouldn't do that. Not on purpose. No,
Okay.
but the good thing, we met, and he has an amazing story, and his background and the passion for the industry is what I really admire about you. So we know you do. So do you just do menswear?
Menswear right now. So
Okay.
I do. I'm the bridge between streetwear and men's contemporary.
Okay.
So I do little streetwear, like casual wear, more or less. You know, t-shirts and tank tops, stuff like that. But then also have the sweaters, polos, and then the more formal wear, like for dinner coats,
Nice.
suits, and tuxedos.
And that's what my favorite is. I love it. So
Yeah.
your line is called Being Dapper.
That's right.
So tell us how you came up with that.
Well, it was a long story, but I was just to make a long story short. I was a fashion blogger initially with that.
I didn't know that. Nice.
Yeah, So the IVMMXI stands for 2011. So it's April 2011.
Okay.
So that's initially how I got started, and here we are today, full circle. So I got the idea. My mom dropped it on me. Told her no way, I'm not doing that. She goes, well, you used to blog about, etiquette and men and being better men. And
Seriously.
I was like, nah, I'm too busy for it. I'm in college. I don't have time. So, I said, you know what? I changed my mind. I originally started on Blogspot. I don't know if people remember that, but it's really pre-Facebook
Yeah.
before it got really hot.
Yes. Mhm.
And then I launched on Facebook, and then I started doing impromptu. It's called the Being Dapper Show.
Oh, really?
Which I'm going to bring that back. So
Okay.
I would travel around the world literally and do an impromptu with a little Canon camera and videotape myself talking about etiquette, financial literacy, and style tips and travel.
So how long have you been designing?
About a year, really.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, now contemporary is super new to me,
Mhm.
which is that people think it's like really weird, but I really didn't start doing contemporary until about, I was in the logo, July maybe.
No
August.
way.
Mm-hmm.
So being a baby in this,
Yeah.
you have come a long way.
Yeah.
Okay?
Thank you.
Because you were one of the designers in
Uh-huh.
Phoenix Fashion Week.
I was, yeah.
And I went and I saw the line. I'm just like, what? So to be,
Wow.
a year in,
Mm-hmm.
like, now is this your background? Is this what you went to school for? Or?
Negative. I
Wow.
have my undergrad in marketing.
Okay.
So I went to A&M for that, and
Okay.
but my mom, she's an artist, so I got that. My grandmother, I unfortunately never met. She passed before I was born, but she also had the fashion bug. She was a seamstress and all that kind of stuff. So
In your
it's
blood.
it's in the blood.
Yeah, okay.
So me looking at the way men structured. And originally when I started, the first thing I did, Facebook reminds me about the memories a year ago,
Mhm.
was the flower lapel. That was the first thing I did. It was just a men's accessory.
Okay.
And then I transitioned to a T-shirt, and then going through the Phoenix Fashion Week boot camp, they helped me realize like, oh, you may want, because with Being Dapper, it was kind of murky,
Mhm.
but then now I have a straight line so people understand what that looks like. So actually bring that full fruition. I was very nervous about bringing that actually out because
I'm glad they did.
because Arizona, like the other gentleman said, is very casual,
Mhm.
and I wasn't really sure how people would take my line.
It is casual, but you know, if a person loves fashion, I don't care where you're from.
Sure.
To me,
Sure.
Arizona's like a melting pot.
Sure.
So if you're gonna dress, you're gonna dress.
Sure.
And one of the things I like about your brand is it's not only a brand, but it's education. It's showing the man how they're supposed to be.
Correct.
You know, how to be that,
thing, and I'm like, I don't
that
know.
guy.
Yeah,
You know
yeah,
what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah. And that's the reason I'm bringing back the Being
You
Dapper
know,
show.
and it's
bringing
great,
it
you
back.
know, how to
Mhm.
pick the best scotch to go with your cigar, you know, and while you have your smoker's jacket on that's fly, you know what I mean? So that's important.
Right, taking it back.
Yeah, people truly forget about the men, you know, when
Yeah.
it comes to
Mhm.
fashion and
Yeah.
what they need to feel like men. You know,
Yeah.
and I think you inspire a lot of men who maybe didn't feel like suits was their thing, and they see someone, a model like Bokar or somebody wearing it, and they're like, wow, like, he looks good, I think I can do that too. And I think you're really making an impact, you know, on
appreciate
the
that.
youth and
Yeah.
also
Yeah.
men that maybe never had that training before, you know, so
Absolutely,
that's awesome.
So, and I see our lovely model over there, Carrie, and holding some of your pieces. Can you tell us about them? Can you,
Sure.
yeah,
I'll
I'd like
grab
to-
it. Hey, go ahead.
I'll get it for you,
Grab it?
sure.
All right, cool. All right.
So tell us about this.
Yeah. So this is one of the being well, it's Being Dapper, but also we want to differentiate.
Mhm.
So this is our custom side of the house. It's
Okay.
called House of Donaldson. So
Wow,
these are
nice.
So these are customized tuxedos or suits that you can buy, and everything is done online. You can do it online. You can download your measurements
Nice.
and then take it to a seamstress or a tailor, and they send me the measurements, and then we can actually produce your suit.
So you're doing not only on your own line, but you're doing made to measure with your line
Yes,
as
that's
well?
correct. That's correct.
That's very nice.
So
And-
so yeah, with several different fabrics, everything from Zegna to Scorball. Yep.
That's
and all
super nice.
for like for the guys just getting in and the guy that's much more advanced. So this is a dinner coat with a
Turn it
crop
right to the
top.
back, okay.
Yeah, with a double vent. Yeah, and actually
Yeah, the double vent,
And then
yes.
we have that flower lapel where we got started, right? So we sell
Yeah.
those. So yeah,
And I saw this on the Phoenix Fashion Week runway, right?
I was wearing it.
You was wearing
That's where we
so,
go.
and the
Uh-huh.
thing is, and you have to check out his Instagram because there's pictures that, and you can understand exactly what it is. Now, I will tell you that one of my favorite, I'm gonna grab this, sorry, but this is favorite. Okay, but one of the things that during the Phoenix Fashion Week show that stood you out from, like made you stand out from everyone, before he came out, there was a violinist.
Yeah.
And it just set the tone, and he was, and I'm like, oh.
Even the commercial,
You know,
I mean,
the commercial was wonderful, and it was just so.
everything was
Thank-
professional.
And
Yeah.
Jill, thanks for being in that.
Oh yeah, I was in
Oh,
that.
that's why she said it.
Yeah,
That's why she
even the
said
commercial,
it.
yeah.
That's why she said it.
This is one of the Being Dapper monogram sweaters, V-neck. This is online.
Mhm.
This is a Vanguard sweater.
Okay.
Just really simple, clean. You can dress this up, dress this down. Great fit, especially for the season right now.
Yeah, well, awesome. And so anything that you want to, can you tell like the aspiring designers and things like that? Because like she said, when I design, now I'm not really menswear
Mhm.
because as soon as I start doing something, I think about women first.
Uh-huh.
So anything you can tell like up and coming designers that, because that's really a market that people look at second. So tell us what, how this is important and
Definitely just understand the scope, where you are, what's your brand DNA, understand the systems, the business of fashion, critically important before you design. Don't be intimidated, don't be afraid, but believe in your dreams. Seek out mentorship.
Yeah.
You don't know anything, I'm still seeking it out. There's nothing wrong with that.
No.
As well as get your supply chain right. Understand like your manufacturing is critical to your business. So,
Right.
and like just do the work. I mean, I right now is I'm producing this brand, but there's a lot that goes on behind the scenes of just the labeling, the boxing. It's the whole customer experience.
Mhm.
So remember that. Sell back to yourself. What would you like? What type of experience would you like to have?
see, that's that marketing side coming
Yeah.
out of
I
them.
just
That's
saw
gonna
that.
make
I
you
saw the
go
light
a
just
long
go,
way.
Yeah.
Like, seriously.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, and then you'll also see there's images that we have of, of the show, and actually Bokar that was here is one of the models in your clothes, and
Oh, yeah.
it just, it
Sure,
looks
right.
wonderful. Yeah. So tell us how we can find you.
Yeah, on Instagram, you can find me at Being Dapper, so BEING_Dapper, DAPPER. Facebook, Being Dapper. BeingDapper.com, Twitter, same thing, Being Dapper. If you put in Google on Being Dapper, I can brag
Yeah.
because I come up number
Google
one.
me.
Yeah.
So that's for
Right.
that.
All
So
right.
and hopefully I'll be number one in YouTube eventually for being a subject matter expert and bringing on other subject matter expert because I don't know everything. about how to be dapper, because we always say being dapper is a lifestyle.
Yeah.
We design dashing apparel for the modern man. I'm wearing actually another we can't show it
That
up.
is
This is
everything.
this is a Mandarin coat. It's actually online as well,
Okay.
from the Being Dapper line. So check that out. We have it in
So
gray.
that's retail right now. We can
Uh-huh.
purchase
Yeah,
that.
yeah, it sure is.
And hey, right in time for Christmas. This
Yeah.
is
Oh,
this is
absolutely.
good.
Mhm.
If you have a man
Nice-
that knows how
nice
to
top
dress
coat.
and wants to dress, this is what you want to do.
Mhm.
Like seriously, because this is how. I mean, your line is perfect for what my husband wears.
Excellent.
He swears he is the
Yeah.
the king of fashion.
All right.
But yeah,
Mhm.
this is definitely his
Yeah.
style, and I appreciate it.
No problem.
And it's hard to find designers, especially here in Arizona,
Mhm.
and to have a menswear designer that is doing the things that you're doing in such a short time is wonderful. So
Thank you. And I appreciate the love of Arizona and all other folks that have been supporting me. Jill, yourself, I really appreciate you for coming on and being part of this. Central City for having me.
So before you leave,
Huh?
tell us what you have coming up next.
I got the shoe line coming up next.
Yes,
Slippers, shoes,
amazing.
and
Get on
accessories.
mine. Okay.
And ties and all that kind of stuff. And also working on some other really, really amazing things as well. Some jewelry, just different things,
And look for him on the On Central show. He will be one of the couture designers for the evening. So it's going to be amazing. I'm just telling you. You want to stay tuned for that. So thank you for joining us. Thank you for being a guest tonight. This was really fun.
Yeah,
This
it's
is a
really
great
great.
show.
Really
This was
It's
wonderful.
Definitely amazing.
So
You're amazing.
Yeah.
next week we'll be back on Central City Radio. And I'm Tracy Thomas, and I'm your host, Jillian. Thank you. Thank you. My
Thank you.
co-host. Yay.
All clear.
I am so sorry that I buttoned that up. I just saw it and I was
Oh,
like,
that's okay.
if I were wearing it.
Oh yeah, and I should have had
I
separate.
would-
I had a separate post on
Wait,
that
what
shit.
was
I love that though.
Yeah, I have a. It's
That's dope.
Yeah, it's the being dapper.
Yeah, no, I know you.
But
I
you know,
love it.
by you unbuttoning it, it was kind of like
Ladies, y'all killed it.
was kinda like-
This